That's actually true. And I did this on purpose because I know you cannot pronounce rolling R.
No, I
And
cannot.
you are so envious of me being able to do it, but regardless, I'll save you. I'll save you the anguish. Spawning in the top location for alien invasion. It is the pink Protoss player, Krrr, that will have a lot of stuff to do in this game.
Yeah,
And
he needs to win.
yeah, he's got a big job ahead of him. Because ABomB here in the lower portion, what I like to also say is the nicer portion of the map, because it's summer here. I hate winter. Freaking freezing everywhere. This guy, he ranked up 2 wins very convincingly over Golden and CPU.
Nodding along, man. He did indeed. It looked absolutely dominating. So, again, a slow start. Players just checking for proxies. Not too much else happening right now. So, just as we have this slow start, I'd like to mention, guys, tomorrow is a big, big day because tomorrow is the SC2 Improved Winter League Finals. Final
Yeah.
four. It's the semi-finals, third place match, and grand finals featuring Solar, Tefel, Uthermal, and Armani. It's going to be awesome from 5 p.m. CET. So do go check it out. Hit the follow button to see when we go live, but it'll be worthwhile, I promise. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
Yeah. I'm a little bit sad that I will not get to cast it, but you will get to experience one of very rare occurrences lately on this stream.
Yeah.
And this will be Wardy solo casting and actually having the internet to do that.
Yeah. The bad bit about that is then you have to put up with my awful observing, but
Yeah.
nonetheless. Nonetheless.
Very interesting for ABomB. If you take a look at his building placement, he must not be afraid of cannon rushes on Yeonsu. I mean, he checked for the obvious cannon placement below this double ledge. But ABomB never actually checked this, at least not at the start of the game, only later on, and he placed his buildings right next to the ledge. Usually what you see Protoss players doing is placing their buildings near the lower gas in ABomb's position. Just in case of a cannon rush, they are as far away from the cannons as possible. So, I don't know what to think about this. Maybe ABomB was like, nah, he's not gonna cannon.
Guess so. I mean, obviously it's just a risk you take to avoid the scout. It's such a fast scout, though. It kind of surprises me that people just don't do it because it literally takes about 2 seconds to check the corner and come back. Like, I can't even think. Like, it must be like 5 minerals you lose out on, if that. It's a very little amount, but anyways, we have Twilight Council against Twilight Council once again. Here again, another nice map for Blink. Do you think we're going to see Blink from both players, or do you reckon ABomB may change it up and go DTs this time? I think you just play Blink again.
Yeah, I think
really
I
nice
think he's
one
just
last
going
time.
to go with Blink. It's essentially the same build that he used on the previous map. His opponent probably
Same.
going for Blink as well. It's actually mirror builds again. So it's going to come down to map control. If you can catch an opponent's probe out on the map and just deny the proxy pylon from ever going up, you're in a cool shape, because you don't have to worry about defending at that point, and you can focus all your attention on attacking, and you can take your expansion as well. Again, not afraid of counterattacks. So let's see who has the better micro and who can get that proxy down. This probe is going out of the base and it encounters 2 stalkers, immediately gets shot down. So this attempt was not successful here by Kerr.
ABomB having to turn away that mothership core. Didn't get into the base this time to scout like he did in the last game. I like Kerr's building positioning, by the way. It's really nice, kind of around the back, and you know, it hides a lot of his tech. But I would like to see him maybe add a building to try and wall off a little bit more. Well, you know, he's kind of got a wall off on the left-hand side. He can wall off between the pylon. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. He adds another pylon, and now he can easily wall off against any run-bys coming into his base. And that's something we've been seeing more and more Protoss players do. You know, add on these buildings in such a way so that if a run-by comes in, a single zealot can block the run-by very, very easily. And it's always really nice to see that, and because it actually takes quite a lot of thought about where you're going to position all of these buildings for that to work out.
Yeah, that's true. Now what I'm interested in is ABomb going to try to go for a Nexus before Immortal, or is he going to be extra safe and get that Immortal before he tries and expand? He does see that the Stalker numbers are very comparable with his opponent. He wasn't able to get any scouting done by the Mothership Core because of the positioning of Stalkers by Kerr. And, you know, ABomb is really not that kind of player, I wouldn't say, that would just go on the offensive and just keep on attacking sort of like MC does. So I really think he's going to be playing this defensively from this point on. Actually, I think both players might be.
Yeah, most definitely. A couple of pylons just coming in here and a couple of stalkers from ABomb. But I mean, in general, this game's very just slow at this point, and I'm kind of intrigued who's going to make the first mall. We actually see an observer out of Kerr, but neither player being aggressive. The thing that kind of sucks for ABomb is that he's invested in pylons on the other side of the map, so he will eventually lose them. And once he loses them, you know, that's a little bit of a hindrance to have to remake them. But,
Ooh.
well, Kerr expands, but ABomb spots this.
Yeah, he did have a probe there, so he's taking an expansion and an observer. Yeah, just now comes in. So he takes an expansion of himself, and yeah, both players are going into a macro game at this point. Now, those pylons you mentioned, that's actually an advantage right now for ABomb, because pretty much beyond the 10-minute mark in a PvP, you don't want to have opponent pylons on your side of the map. So at any point in time, you can have at least one pylon on your opponent's side of the map from 10 minutes onward. That's an advantage for you, because if he goes for the offensive, which looks like Kerr might be going for...
I don't know, I think he's just cleaning out pylons a bit. He's taking a bit of map control. Cleans out the one to the right, but it looks as though he's just going to pull back. We won't spot that one to the left, so that stays alive here. And ABomb moving out again. He's got a faster forge coming up, if I'm not mistaken. He does, yes. So he's got a faster forge and a warp prism to start, you know, you getting that multitask going like he did in that last game. And why is neither player making Immortals Balnor? Like, they're both just massing Stalkers. This doesn't seem obvious to me as to what's happening.
Neither to me. It might be something that I have missed in the recent metagame, but it does seem a little bit strange.
Ooh, look at this. Kurt just captures these stalkers down here.
Ooh, great reaction time by ABomb, though, and he saves all of those stalkers, actually. Double Phoenix Scout by ABomb. He's going to see that there are no forges here. That might tip him off that this might be a 2-base timing. Because usually, if you want to go for a longer game, you do get that forge transition into a mid game, and he's not seeing any forges. And here's a huge Stalker army. Let's take a look. Oh my God, 27 Stalkers versus 15. This is going to be tough for ABomb to hold.
I mean, ABomb doesn't have any Immortals, and he doesn't have his +1 finish. This is the best possible timing for Kerr right now. In fact, there is one Immortal just coming in right now, and that will add a lot here, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. Or is it? It's going to be
I think it's going to... Yeah, it's going to scare Kerr a little bit. Oh, nice one. Outmaneuvers his opponent, gets the Mothership Core.
And now he could get the Forge as well before that finishes, and that's definitely going to help him out. That's something he really needed to do. And now he actually blinks forward. He's going to get this Immortal. He's not in range of throw an overcharge. And ABomb GG's out. Kerr brings Alien Invasion back into it, Belnoir.